So it just literally got a little nastier, and then we wrapped it on up, I guess. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 9, part 3 of the reunion for Married to Medicine. And from what I see, basically, this just got nastier. We really could have did this in 2 episodes. Yeah, that's generally when there's 3 episodes of a reunion, one of them is a throwaway. That's generally the way it goes. But from what I'm looking at, this just seems like it just got nastier. This whole thing with Quad, Toya, and Heavenly and Contessa, I don't know. I don't know if I like this kind of between my girls. I said that in my last review. It's just this is on some different type of level of what this ain't what Married to Medicine used to be. Y'all being real nasty with each other, like y'all not enjoying one another, and it says a lot about the production. I don't know. I don't know. I still love the show because I love these characters, these people. I've grown to love these people over 9 seasons, but I don't like where y'all are as a cast. I don't like it. It's not that that group. Hell, y'all always make up, which gets on my nerves. Y'all do all that fighting and y'all make up, but when y'all ain't making up, I don't know. It kind of seems to bother me. I don't. I don't know. Anyway, listen. Here's the thing. Curtis and Eugene. Curtis and Eugene. Um, there was a whole conversation there. Eugene, you need hit upside your head because all of this time where you've been fussing about the stuff with Anila and Karen, Curtis called you out on it, and you basically gave an Anila answer. You didn't even get it. Like, you just didn't get it. So it literally took everything that I felt for you about the whole moving thing and how you felt offended and you voiced that you felt offended. When Curtis called you out on the way you kind of tried to drag him when the stuff was going with the infidelity between him and Jackie, and he said, it was hurtful. You basically act like you didn't get it, or either you didn't care, you just shrugged it off. So basically, I'd have to shrug off everything you were talking about with Karen, because truly the stuff that was going on with you and Karen and Anila is no comparison to Jackie and Curtis. Jackie and Curtis, their marriage was literally on the line. Only thing on the line here is your address. And that's all your own doing. Jackie and Curtis were really in dire straits. They were really in a situation. And when I remember listen, bravo, Andy, and it's shady, but they pulled that clip up where you said you dunked in the wrong basket. Well, that wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. And to have to relive it on screen of your friends saying stuff like that wasn't funny. It was re-victimizing Jackie, which would put Curtis back in a bad space. It just wasn't funny. And you just shrugged it off. And you literally just didn't get it, or you just didn't care. You had that same stance like Karen would, because Karen's like, whatever, So I don't know. That left me feeling not bad for you. Like, well, I mean, if you dish it, you get it. It's just kind of ugly. Y'all need to work on that. If you can't, stop being nasty to one another. Them things aren't really, they're not funny. That wasn't funny. It really wasn't. Now, Scott did a little performance, and it wasn't bad. He done wrote himself a little song. I said, come on here, Scott, thinking you LL Cool J. It put me in mind of that whole, I need love. Y'all remember when that came out? Of course, Scott's not an LL Cool J, but the performance wasn't bad. And it was a song. It was really about Contessa, and she really enjoyed it. So that's all that really counts. Now, we moved on to this whole thing with Quad and Toya and Eugene. Too much. Too much. You quad girl, stop. You stop arguing with them because see, sis, you arguing with Eugene like he wanted the girls, and Eugene, you arguing with her like you wanted the girls. And that is nothing but a recipe for disaster. Y'all crossed some lines there, both of y'all, Quad and Eugene. Quad, yeah, you said some things that you was really driving it home, and he finally got sick of it and to ask you, what is your problem with us? I said, oh boy. And then you asked, I ain't got no problem with y'all. He said, well, stop talking about us. You told me, you stop talking. It was a full-on argument. Y'all was, the lines got crossed. The lines really got crossed. I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah, you and Eugene was going head up. I'm like, I didn't like that. I ain't like that on either side. I was like, mm-mm. I wanted y'all to stop because it's, that right there, that type of banter, that will go so far that you can't get back from it. So I wanted that to stop immediately. And then Toya was just kind of, again, because there is that issue where Toya and Eugene is like Toya's best girlfriend. So the stuff that Quad's saying, I get it. I get it. And he is like one of the girls. And right now, he's bantering like one of the girls. So what do you expect? Again, I didn't like it. It just, y'all were at a place where y'all couldn't come back from. And I was like, that needs to stop. Y'all need to stop that because y'all going to get too far in there and y'all ain't be able to get that back. I think it's already broken because she'll never respect Eugene as one of the husbands. It ain't going to happen. That's like her arguing with me. Like arguing with one of the girls. So the husband thing, that's gone. That whole facade is gone. At this point going forward, I can promise you, if Eugene say something to Quad is going to roll up on Eugene just like she rolling up on one of the girls. And I think Eugene was probably trying to pull it back because it ain't a good look for him. But it's over now. It's over now. Anytime they have an issue, she gonna run up at him. It's just gonna be the way it's gonna be. Moving on. Heavenly and Quad and Contessa and all of that. Now we at Mad Day and everybody telling it. That was so ugly. That was so ugly. You said this, and then you told Quad, ain't none of y'all been friends to each other. So shame on all three of y'all. You told Contessa everything I said about what kind of friendship y'all got. You get mad and you tell her everything she said about her and vice versa. Y'all ain't friends. Y'all ain't friends, and I ain't buying it. Y'all not friends. Y'all nice, nasty. Y'all all in a pageant against each other. Ugly. Ugly. And I'm like, come back from where? Where's it come back from? That ain't no friendship. That ain't no friendship. That's all a facade. And when it get like that, it just is what it is. Y'all are castmates at this point. Y'all are not friends. Y'all ain't nothing but castmates. So it just is what it is. That what y'all had is gone. Now we just doing reality TV, and I guess I'll have to just accept it for what it is. But y'all ain't friends, so y'all need not get on here grinning and skinning in our face, telling us y'all friends because y'all not friends. Y'all not been friendly to each other for the whole season. Y'all are castmates at this point. Ain't no friends. That shit's out of order. Anyway, then the Heavenly and Quad, I said, what, y'all ain't friends either. I was like, ugh. This don't talk to my husband. It was looking real crazy. And Damon had to jump in because it was making him look kind of crazy. Where Heavenly's telling he's not going to answer you back. He ain't going to answer you back. He is a grown man. Like, I mean, that started looking real crazy. Real crazy. Like, for you to think that no one can say anything to your husband, I mean, I get it. But she ain't arguing with your husband. She's just asking him a question. Now you're telling her you don't even want her to address your man. Yeah, you sound a little crazy, Heavenly. You sound a little crazy. I mean, that's I always thought that was a bit much. It's like, we're all friends, but I ain't allowed to talk to your husband. What kind of insecurities you got going on? That can't nobody even talk to your husband? I'm like, I mean, I see the don't go at my husband, don't talk about my husband, don't violate the, don't run up at my husband. I get that, but don't even communicate with my husband. No. Then Andy just jumped in. Andy's messy, but Andy jumped on in and asked the questions that Quad was trying to answer, and then Damon answered them. It just was what it was. But that he ain't gonna answer you. That had me weak. I said, "Oh my god!" So, like I said, this actually, and that's all that was in this episode was just nasty, just the pure out nastiness. The third episode carried all of the actual steps over the line that I'm not so sure. I don't know. I really don't have much more to say about this episode. I really don't. It's very unfortunate, but I feel like in this episode, I'm going to definitely be looking for next season to see if they can even get back on track. I don't think they can. I don't think they can get back on track. I think it just is what it is. I think the friendships are done, and I think they literally are just now castmates. Now we're just dealing with reality TV, which is something different than what we were having. Then to close everything up, we had this whole thing with the strippers coming out to serve them champagne, which was kind of I don't know, because some of the husbands, they don't like that. So I don't know what that was all about. But whatever. Y'all was doing too much. This little episode was just too much. It was really uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. The one thing I do like that Dr. Damon did apologize to Contessa, but Contessa, you was still like trying to run up in Damon like he was a man, and he was trying to apologize to you. I didn't like that, but he did apologize. He apologized, and he made it very clear. I'm not going to argue with any of you, but if any of your men tried, I'm gonna handle it. I was like, oh, okay. Too many lines being crossed. Very uncomfortable. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got for season 3. Sorry, season 9, part 3 of the reunion, which I think could have all been wrapped up in the second part. But yeah, I don't even know how I feel walking away from this year. I'll wait and see what happens. But yeah, don't feel like the friend circle. It feels just like regular old reality TV, which is pretty much a bummer. It really is. That's one of my favorite shows. I like this little show, but I don't know. I don't know now. I don't know where we at. But anyway, I'll see y'all next season, I guess. Later.